Have you ever felt like someone else is controlling your emotions? If you've got 5 minutes, we'll tell you who that is and how you can control them. Here's a little story to help explain. This is Mary. And like most of us, Mary has a brain. And like many of us, Mary takes her brain along with her to work. Recently, Mary's boss confronted her and a coworker, Alice, about not having a project completed on time. After the meeting, Mary was devastated. Alice, on the other hand, shook it off, celebrating that it was the end of the day and Friday. She was focused on enjoying the weekend. Mary ended up spending the weekend a hot mess of anxiety, depression, and tears, paralyzed on her couch, binging on Netflix and surviving on potato chips and ice cream. Mary and Alice experienced the same situation with the boss. So how could their reactions be so different? Who or what could be controlling their reactions? Let's return to the scene of the crime, so to speak, and take a look at what was happening with Mary's other co-partner, her brain. As Mary's boss was confronting her, and long before her conscious mind recognized anything, all of this happening in microseconds, of course, Mary's subconscious was busy doing what it was designed to do: protect her. Here's a little metaphor which may help explain. Think of your subconscious mind as a vast warehouse filled with all the things that you've ever experienced in your entire life. All of this data is stored in the form of interpreted memories containing meaning. These memories serve as the building blocks of who we've become and how we see ourselves in the world around us. As we experience situations in our day-to-day lives, the subconscious is constantly referring to all the data that has been stored to dictate our reactions to those situations. The subconscious is primarily concerned with self-preservation, and it will do this by keeping us in alignment with the beliefs and the proofs that have been created and stored. It's not interested in logic or reason, and for better or worse, this system works because it's kept us alive thus far. Now, using the example of the meeting with her boss, let's take a peek inside Mary's subconscious warehouse and see how all of this is happening. Meet Jim. He's the operations manager who is keeping a close eye on things and has already recognized Mary's situation and has sent an urgent memo to the warehouse crew to start searching for the closest match to what's happening so that a reaction can be formed. The memo is rushed back to Bob and Larry in the warehouse, who quickly snap away from their coffee break and start rummaging through all of the boxes of old memories. Larry stumbles across a picture of Coach Green from 6th grade who's publicly humiliating Mary in front of the whole softball team, and another of Mrs. Ramsbottom, the 3rd grade teacher, who's yelling at Mary for not having her homework done. Bob finds an old VHS tape of Mary's dad reprimanding her for spilling milk at the dinner table when she was 3. Bob and Larry quickly gather up these and a few other related memories and rush them down to the limbic department, where Ned adeptly calculates the exact signals and chemicals needed to send out into Mary's bloodstream, which will produce feelings and sensations of humiliation, unworthiness, resignation. This will in turn cause Mary to experience the familiar feelings of stress when she's in the meeting with her boss. And now, becoming aware of the sudden flood of chemicals in the system, Eugene, the CEO of the whole operation, also known as the conscious mind, and who, by the way, is unaware of everything that's been going on in the back, steps in and tries to assign blame for Mary's feelings. Meanwhile, Bob and Larry in the warehouse now take the new memory of Mary with her boss and file it in the big box labeled not worthy, thus adding one more proof for Mary that she is in fact unworthy, and that she should feel intimidated around authority figures and have low self-esteem. And even though Mary may not be feeling great, the subconscious team has expertly done its job once again of keeping Mary alive in the face of danger. And now back to the story. It's Monday morning and Alice has had a great weekend and jumps into finishing off the project. She's operating from a completely different set of memories and proofs than Mary, who, on the other hand, has spent the entire weekend replaying the incident in her mind and living in a state of stress, and now is wondering who and what is in control of her emotions. So, as I promised earlier, I will now reveal the culprits who are controlling your emotions and reactions. And as you may have guessed, it's Bob and Larry. The way that we feel and how we react are dictated by what the subconscious is referring to as proof. In other words, those old memories. And the key to controlling Bob and Larry and transforming your life is to change the stuff in the boxes, to change the old negative memories to positive. And the truly great news is that you can. Through a process known as CMT, you can learn the skills needed to actually change up how the subconscious holds old negative memories and transform them to positive. Just imagine if Mary had the ability to change up the memories that she was referring to that caused her stress reactions with her boss. Changing the old negative memories to positive changes everything. For free information and videos to learn this process for yourself and to begin transforming your life today, click the links in the description below. Or let Bob and Larry keep running the show. The choice is yours.